Hey, what's up you guys? This is Warframe Guy Plays, and today on the Quick Draw, it's all about the size of the load when we take a look at the Twin Rogga. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. While the Twin Rogga has some amazing upsides, from substantial stopping power, no damage fall off, and a reload speed quick enough to get you back in for more, admittedly it is a bit bland beyond that. However, blowing someone's head off is always insanely fun, so the question is damage enough to make a weapon fun to use? Now, you can pick up the Twin Rogga's blueprint in the market for 30,000 credits, just be aware that it will cost you 1,600 kuva to build, and has a mastery rank 5 requirement to craft. However, if you're looking to hold on to that kuva for a good old Riven mod reroll, or 2, or 5, you can always pick it up in the market pre-built along with a weapon slot and catalyst for 190 plat. And for those of you interested, it is also available in the continuity collection, but I will let you check that one out for yourself. Now, its primary damage type is puncture, followed closely by impact, and closed out with a small splash of slashing. Now, as we know, puncture is great against armor, but does have issues with shielding, which luckily for the Twin Rogga, it's got a decent chunk of impact to help balance that out. However, if you are looking for more of an advantage, as always, be sure to equip the appropriate elemental combo in order to deal the optimal amount of damage. Now, straight out of the gate, this thing packs the highest base damage per shot amongst the standard secondary pistols. However, it does give up a decent bit for that upfront damage. It only has a magazine size of 2, a reduced max ammo of 120 rounds, an accuracy of 4.3, and supplemental stats that can be described as mediocre at best. Clearly, this thing was built for damage, as while it doesn't have the best spread or fire rate, it has 0 damage fall off, and its only statistical saving grace is its reload speed of 1.5, allowing you to blow your wad quickly and get back in there for another round. Now, my issue is, I actually really like this weapon, and the loadouts I run tend to not need armor stripping or CC, so its damage output does well with me. I even tossed on a quick draw because it has enough stopping power to outright kill most things on the star chart, as long as you're using the appropriate elemental combo in order to deal the optimal amount of damage. You toss some punch through on this sucker, and if you line yourself up just right, you can demolish half a squad in a single shot. However, I think my big issue with the twins is the fact that it kinda lacks spirit. A lot of the weapons we've seen as of late have interesting bonuses or can utilize existing mechanics in a unique way, and while occasionally it is neat to have something so simplistic, it's just a bit bland. Now, speaking of tastes left in my mouth, can we talk? Okay, so clearly I like the Twin Rogga, otherwise I wouldn't have invested 4 forma into it, and a 5th to fix the one polarity I fucked up on. I enjoy my time with it, but I don't necessarily feel the intense love for it that I do with other secondaries. The axe stiletto can be built to fit almost any situation, the Detron has unique elemental properties, and the Pox actually makes me excited to play around with status effects. And while the Twin Rogga are fantastic for a couple quick bangs, it's not necessarily something that's going to hold my attention for the long run. He's like that guy you end up dating for 6 months before you realize the only reason you like him is the regular sex and to avoid that awkward situation of going to a restaurant alone and all they have left to seat you in is the massive corner booth. You want to break it off because you know for a fact that it's not going anywhere, but at the same time they're a great guy who's decent in bed and you know for a fact has been tested so you can have all of the raunchy unprotected sex you want. And that is just all too convenient. But realistically, your heart isn't in it, so his penis probably shouldn't be either. Welcome to adult problems. And yes, I mean that both ways. Now, let's get back to the quick draw. So all in all, while I don't love the Twin Rogga, I do quite like them a lot. They're like the extremely bland baby of the AK Bronco and the AK Lex. They're simple to build, straightforward to use, and most importantly, they get the job done. They even come with an innate dash and V slot, making them easier to get to a full build. It's almost like DE is saying, we understand that these are a bit boring, so we'll make this quick for you. So thank you all for watching this episode of the Quick Draw. If you haven't already caught it, be sure to catch my previous episode on the Tsar, as well as my In a Flash for the War Within rewards. Now, don't forget to do all the things that I ask you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!